What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Sporting Cast podcast. I'm your host, Lucas Red. This week's episode brings it back to one of my college boys. He's now down in Miami, originally from Rio de Janeiro. Played soccer at IUPUI, is doing big things down in Florida, doing some semi-pro leagues, doing his own business, and even had Messi watch him play last year. Pedro Lube, my boy. Pedro, what's going on? How are you today, my man?
Hey Lucas, I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here in your podcast, and I'm excited to see what we're going to bring for me.
Yeah, listen, as a guy who had a very short-lived soccer career, I kind of explained this on my one other soccer podcast episode with Hal Hirschfeld and Hallie Makowitz, two WLS soccer players. My soccer career was very short-lived. I subbed in for a co-ed soccer team for my sister. Ironically, one of our buddies, your former teammate, Jared Odell, his brother was on the team. I don't think Jared was on that team, but they subbed me in for this game because they were a player short, but they decided to put me at goalie. Not why they put me at goalie. I gave up 5 goals at halftime, went off crying, and that was the end of my soccer career because I was so embarrassed. So, we had to switch it up.
I can't believe they didn't use your cardio.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Pedro. So, Pedro's going to preview the World Cup as well. I know that's a big thing in your life and just a lot of the soccer fans' life. But Pedro, first off, what's new with you? What are you doing down in Miami right now?
I have a bunch of things going on. Pretty much, I graduated in engineering, and I worked in an engineering company for a while. Last year, I decided to take a step back and open my own thing. So that's the main thing that I do. I have a consulting company with a former coworker, and then I teach foot volley classes in the morning. For those who don't know, foot volley is like beach volleyball, but you don't use hands, so you can use anything but hands. It's a big thing in Brazil. It's a big thing in Israel as well. It's getting bigger in Europe. So I teach classes in the morning before I work, um, alongside other small side gigs that I have here and there, and then, like you said, the semi-pro leagues that show up in Miami sometimes.
So, Pedro, let's take a step back. From Rio de Janeiro, how did you get to Indianapolis? How did you get into soccer? I know that's big down in your country of Brazil. What got you into soccer originally, and how the hell did you end up in Indianapolis, Indiana?
Yeah, everybody asks me that. So, pretty much in Brazil, when you were born, everybody wants to be a soccer player, right? It's every boy's dream to be a soccer player. And then I had the chance to play some academies for some big clubs in Rio. I played in Vasco da Gama and I played in Flamengo. But there's a point in your youth career that you have to choose. Like, am I gonna try to go pro or am I gonna quit? Because if you're gonna try to go pro, once you turn like 16, 17, the practices are like twice a week. I mean, it's not twice a week, twice a day. And then like you have pre-practice in the morning, you practice in the afternoon. You can't really study anymore. So your main thing is soccer, and then you do like school at the club, which honestly is not really a school. They're gonna teach you like the basics of the basics. So you either make it pro or you're not gonna make it to college. So I had to make that choice. My family was never a family that had like necessities. Like we were not like rich. We were like low middle class. So I didn't really needed soccer to change my life. I was always good at school as well. So when I coached my family, like, are we gonna try to make this happen? Like, am I gonna try to go pro? Yes or no? And then it was like a no from my mom. And then at that point, I got a bit frustrated. But like today, I would make the same decision. To be honest, like, could I have made it? Yeah. Could I not have made it? I don't know. Like, I saw very good players that didn't make it. I saw other players that like had their merits, but got kind of lucky. Like maybe the guy in the pros, like in the same position, gets hurt, and then you get called up. Um, but I saw some very good players not make it as well, and then like I have no idea where they are today. Um, so yeah, so I decided to keep studying. But then I saw that like colleges in the U.S. they give you the path to do both things. Like you can keep playing a good level, and you can keep studying. So I had some highlights from some games, and I also talked to an agency, and they made more highlights for me. They helped me strategize, like do the TOEFL and the SAT. Then I just sent my grades and my highlights. I got a full ride in Indiana, and that's how I ended up in Indiana. I was like, okay, I don't have to pay. It's a Division 1 team. Let's go. I didn't know it was that cold, to be honest, but
Yeah. Well, what was your first winter here like? So what, winter of 2016? How shot? Were you prepared? Did you have a winter jacket?
not really. Like my best jacket was the parka from the soccer team.
So like a rain jacket almost, like a light, heavy rain jacket?
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because I didn't get to live in the tower with all the other freshmen, because if you live in the tower, you had to get the meal plan, and the meal plan was not included on my scholarship. And I was like, I cannot afford that. So coach like made an arrangement to put me somewhere else. I had to bike to practice. I lived in Park Place. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes biking to practice. And like during the fall, sometimes it was so cold. And I'll be like in my Farca biking to practice. Everybody was getting rides for the tower. I was like, what am I doing?
What was your ACT score?
I think I got over 700 something on math.
Okay.
And in my English, it was 500, I think, 500 something.
You excelling in the SAT world, the student athlete that you are. So, Pedro, what's your advice maybe to people outside the United States that maybe take that route to, continue their education and also play soccer? What would you advise them during their like recruiting process, picking the school process of how to maybe approach it?
I mean, personally for me, like financial was a big thing. Like I said, my family was like low middle class in Brazil, and because of the exchange rate, like dollar to real right now is like 5 to 1. So like even if you get a scholarship that's 80%, that 20% we're still not able to cover. So I didn't have much choice. Like whoever gave me the full ride, I was gonna go. To be honest, um, but if somebody, I don't know, from Europe maybe wants to go and play in the U.S. soccer for college, because the exchange rate from euros to dollars is like almost even. If they have the choice, I'll probably try to pick a school that like matches the culture in terms of like the states to the city that you're in. So like if you're from Germany, probably don't come to Miami. I mean, like you're gonna suffer with the heat and I don't know, the craziness of Miami probably. Germany is probably way more organized. If I had the choice, I wouldn't have gone to Indiana, to be honest. Not because they don't like the school, but because of the weather and the culture difference. Like was, I had to adapt. The other thing was also like try to pick a school in which you have a little bit of your country on. So like I had a friend called Ian. You know him? Oh, we're pretty much brothers, and we didn't know each other before. And I'm glad that we made it to the same college in the same year, and then we just became best friends because it's like he was my family there, I was his family there. Like it was a little bit of Brazil that we had. And we made our little community with Alan, with Jared as well. But like having somebody that from your own culture, your own country makes a lot of difference. Like especially if you come from overseas.
Yeah, Ian and you, I know you guys are both from Rio area. How far away did you guys grow up from each other, even though you didn't know each other?
Like 25 minutes.
Really? Oh, I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, it's close.
So what's your advice, from talking a little bit about your collegiate career? I know your guys' freshman year wasn't ideal. I don't think you guys won a game, a few ties, but I remember because, at our school, not having a football team, American football, that is, we would go to your guys' games. And I remember my sophomore year when you guys won that Friday night or Saturday night game under the lights. Do you remember this? The first team win in 2 years, how hyped that was? I had a good time. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion, but do you remember that night at all?
We had a party at the soccer house. I don't know how many years, but it's crazy because the coach that recruited me is not the coach that coached me for the 4 years. So the coach that recruited me and actually got me the scholarship, I never met him. He quit before. So I think IPY had to hire some coach like at random, like in a hurry. And then Coach Burnett was hired, and I don't think he had much time to plan, like because he wasn't his recruiting class as
Like,
well.
yeah,
Like,
it was a whole different team that was recruiting. Like, yeah, and it's different. It's hard for both sides, right? The player and the coach.
exactly. He didn't know who was coming on, or like who was good, who was bad. Like, especially, I don't think my playing style fit really hit his system that he wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's still in the freshman year. I think I started pretty much all the games,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like as a freshman, we had a lot of freshmen starting. Like I started, Alan started, Ian started. So like we had a freshman team with people coming from overseas and like skinny, super skinny. I was super skinny. And then like we end up going to play like these teams like Bowling Green, which are a bunch of seniors that are like 4 years older than you, were like super strong. And it was definitely a struggle, especially like trying to adapt to the coach and the system. And it was a struggle. And then in the second year here, we kind of understood what he wanted. It was a little bit more defensive than what we wanted to play. Um, but we locked in and we got a couple wins. And I think our third year, the junior year, we made it to the conference semifinals and we lost in PK days.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were undefeated at home at the conference that year.
Yeah, you guys were fun that year. That was a fun year.
Yeah, but junior year was a little bit better. I wish we made it to the finals. We lost in PK, unfortunately, but yeah, it was definitely a process to adapt for sure.
So, Pedro, one more thing about your collegiate career. When you kind of said just playing some of those other teams, and guys a couple years older, years stronger, how much of a factor is just getting stronger as a collegiate player? Like, what's your advice to getting stronger and improving your skill set from anything in particular?
Oh, it's everything. It's everything. So like, particularly talking a little bit about my game, my soccer game. I'm I'm more like of a skill type of player than like a physicality type of player. But in college soccer, it doesn't really matter. Like in my freshman year, I would dribble past the guys, and the guy would recover and like bump me off the ball sometimes, and like foul me or like outrace me. Um, and because the game is very physical, it's a lot of long balls in the air. Like I was not used to that. Like in Brazil, we try to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. In college, is like old English soccer, like long balls, like a lot of golden set pieces. And if you're not jumping higher than your opponent, if you're not stronger than him, I mean, you're not gonna be successful. So definitely adapting to that type of game was a big thing for me. So I think physicality is like, I don't know, 60-70% of the game, college soccer for sure.
So you're now in Miami. You leave the Midwest. You go down to Miami. I know you originally kind of went down there for the flexibility of being able to work remote and then just trying something new, maybe fit your culture a little bit more. Talk to me about the move. Talk to me about what you love about Miami and what you're doing now with the soccer world, the 6-on-6, the Pro Ball League. Is that what it's called?
Baller league.
Baller League. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Talk to me about that as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I love Miami. There's a bunch of opportunity here. There's always an event for some kind. We had the Messi event. We had the Luis Suarez event like a couple months ago as well. And then the Baller League season 1 just happened, and it's crazy. Like it's out of nowhere. So I moved from Indiana here, like you said, because I had the ability to work remote, and I mean, I pretty much just played soccer for fun. Um, Started working a lot and then teaching classes in the morning. But then there was like a tryout that a friend of mine said, hey, there's a tryout for this thing called Baller League. It's like the competition of the Kings League. The Kings League is like huge in Europe right now. The Baller League, I think it's in the second or third season in Germany. And then they were going to have a first season in the US and it was going to be in Miami. So they were having tryouts. And I was like, okay, why not? Let me go out there. And I played really well. I think I scored like 5 goals. And then like there was a bunch of scouts in the sidelines. And they talked to me, asked me what my name was, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what happens. And then there was like a draft day, and I got drafted to a Marlins team. You know the streamer Marlon?
Mm-hmm.
So I got drafted to his team. I didn't know him before, to be honest.
I think I only saw him just because of you being drafted there. So
Yeah. And I was like, let me check who this guy is. He had over 1 million followers, and like, it's crazy. Like in the games, everybody would be like, "Mark," like especially the kids, like, "Man, this son, like, sure, can you take a picture of me?" It's like, why is the guy so popular? What's going on? But he's actually pretty cool. is actually pretty cool. It came into, I think, all the games but one. I think it was one of the managers that were more like most like active in the games. I think Speed was very active. Drewski, which is a comedian,
Yep.
was very active. Marlo was very active. Usain Bolt, I think, showed to like 3 or 4 games. Ronaldinho showed up twice. Yeah, but Marlon was definitely one of the most active ones. And I got drafted to his team, and it was fun. They got like a jockey arena for like horses, and they made it into a big soccer stadium, with bleachers, and they were selling tickets, and it was just like, I don't know how many cameras. There was like VAR, like some crazy rules in the end of each game. It was definitely fun. I had to adapt, but I had a lot of fun. It was super cool.
Oh, the videos are cool. So the league's over now, right? The Baller League is it?
Yeah, so the first season is over. And they're discussing when the second season is gonna happen. I think it was a success. A lot of videos went viral, some goals went viral, so that was cool. Especially the reactions of the people. It's more about the reactions of the managers than the game itself, to be honest. Like half they report half the game, half the reaction of Speed, or half the reaction of Drewski, Marlon, Ronaldinho, whatever. So and that's what sells. That's what go viral nowadays with Gen Z viewers, I guess.
Oh, it's crazy. It's a YouTube generation, bro.
I know. I like the game itself, but if there's not like game changers, I don't think it would sell as much, because the game changers make it like unpredictable. You're winning like 4-1, and then now the game changer is like every foul is a red card, and then out of the sudden you're playing like 5v3 for the rest of the game, and you're like, oh, can I curse? No.
Yeah, you're getting a curse.
And you're like, oh shit, like should have just like park the bus and defend, like, and then it makes it interesting. Um
So, and another thing, just to add on that too, for the Baller League, it's not your normal 11-on-11 soccer, right? It's 6-on-6, so very fast pace. So how'd you adjust to that
It's one keeper and 5 people on the
on the field?
field. Yeah, I mean, for me it was easy to adapt because
It's real.
in Brazil, I mean, it's everything's small sided in Brazil. Like, we don't have the structure as the US to have like a 11v11 field on every corner. Like, it's very rare for you to find an 11v11 field in Brazil, to be honest. Like, if you're not in the clubs of the academies, you're not gonna find it in a neighborhood. It's gonna be a small sided court that like has 2 basketball rims that nobody uses, and like a little goal underneath, and everybody's gonna be using the goal. And like people play barefoot, and it's like all small sided. You have to make decisions quick. So I mean, it was easier for me to adapt for sure. To the baller than college soccer, for example. So that was fun.
So I gotta ask now, was this, like you said, you had no expectations even being drafted, not even sure what you were doing, a friend recommended you. Did you, once you got drafted, like, do you have to sign an actual contract, or how does this work?
I did. I signed a contract. We got paid per game.
Okay, look at the little Mastanero.
Yeah. We got paid per game, which is pretty cool. And they were saying like for the first season, everybody's gonna have the same contract. Everybody's gonna be paid the same. For the next seasons, they're gonna do like individual contracts with the players that got the most like highlights, whatever. So I think I did pretty well as well. I hope I got my bump, my raise. Thank you guys, appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen when the season's gonna be. I think it's gonna be after the World Cup, the season 2. And I don't know if they're gonna stay in Marlon's team or if there's gonna be another draft. I'm not sure.
So
You know,
So what we need to do is we need to make sure your videos on Instagram and TikTok keep going viral, is what you're saying, huh?
yeah, like my girlfriend, he bugs me a lot. Like, you have to post more. This goal is so nice. You have to post. You have to post. I didn't even have a TikTok like until a month. And then I started to post stuff, and then like it's actually what works nowadays, I guess.
No,
I actually wait. I have to post more.
no, it's true. But I do, speaking of posting more, I have to talk about probably the coldest picture of any of my friends have when it comes to athletics. You already know where I'm going with this. The Messi League First off, talk to me about what this league was, because I really wasn't familiar with what it was. But all I know is I'm going through my little Instagram reels, swiping quick, because you care, but you really don't. You want to see what your boys and friends are up to, but you're not going to spend more than 2 seconds on it. And then I see this picture, Messi watching you play soccer. Tell me about that.
Man, it's this story is crazy. So a friend of mine, again, always a friend that said, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like they're gonna have this event in Miami. There's always an event in Miami for some crazy shit. So like they're gonna have this event in Miami. It's a 1v1 tournament. And Messi's gonna be there. I was like, you're shitting me. Like, no, for real, just go, whatever. I was like, okay. What time is it and when is it? Okay, I'll show up. I show up on my cleats, and then man, I get there. There's like a line of like 100 people, and like it's taking forever for people to go in. It's taking forever, and I don't know why. And I call my girlfriend. I was like, I want to leave. Like I don't want to be here. She's like, no, stay, cause what if Messi shows up? You never know. Blah blah. Like, okay, I know, but I don't want to be waiting in line for 2 hours. I mean, I'm not gonna even touch Master to get a photo with him. Like, he's just gonna be there. Like, God, I mean, I love him. He's probably my favorite player. But like, well, should I really stay here in the sun, outside? And then okay, no, stay. Okay, I stood there, and then I understood like they're doing like security check on everybody and everybody's bags and everything. That's why the line was taking forever. So then I get into the thing. And it's really a nice setup. Like you saw, like the turf was blue and the colors are like purplish, like kind of
Purple and pink.
only one goal.
He has like purple and pink.
Yeah, there was only one goal, and it's kind of nice. And then they explain the rules. So there's like 120 people that signed up for this. Okay. And it's an event that happened in multiple cities across the globe. So they had one in LA, they had one in Dublin, they had one in New York. They had one in some Italian city, and they had one in man, I'm going blank.
Somewhere in Asia, Asia and Europe, yeah.
Yeah, they had like some in Europe. London, there's one in London. And I'll explain why I remember that. So, and then they had to rush through the event. So they made it 2 lines of 60 people. And then you had one chance to attack and one chance to defend. If you score and don't get scored, you go back to the line. If you get scored on and you don't score, you go back home. So you stood in line for 2 hours and you have like 10 seconds to score and 10 seconds to defend. Either make it or don't make it. So, okay, I start going and then I dribble, score. I ended up finding my way to defend. I'm not the greatest defender, but I ended up finding my way, or the keeper saved my ass. I don't know. Oh, peeps. Don't go ahead. But I was getting goals.
Yeah.
Getting goals in. And then going back to the line, and from the 120, there was 60, and there was 30, and there was 15, and there was 7, and there was 4. And then I'm in the final, and then I win. And then when I win, I'm dead because of course, as you make it through, it was not like one chance. Now it's 3 chances for each, or 5 chances for each. So I was getting dead and dead and dead. But I ended up like winning the thing. And then I look, there's like 7 guys sitting on the, like, because it was full of people. It was like a U shape of people. You couldn't dribble out because you're going to hit the people. And there are like 7 guys sitting on chairs next to me. And they're just watching. And then once I make it to the final thing, they say, okay, now the winner is going to face the champions of each city across the globe. And these guys are not even sweating. They just like sitting there watching me. They know I'm right-footed. They know, like, I prefer cut to my right foot to shoot. Like, I suck at defending. Okay. And I'm dead. And then they put me and the other 7 guys in the middle of like in a circle. And then they say, okay, whoever wants to pick who you face can pick. And then there's this Italian guy, and he looks at me and says, Italian, okay, I don't remember. He says, I want to face him. So he saw I was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. And then like there was like quarterfinals. So I beat this guy in the quarterfinals like 5-4. It was like a very close game. The keeper definitely saved my ass on this one because he had the chance to win the game, and then the keeper saved it, and then I scored. And then I made it to the semifinal, and then in the semifinal, out of nowhere, Messi shows up to watch.
Oh, so he wasn't there. He wasn't there for when.
No. Messi wasn't there, and then Messi shows up to watch, and he's on the sidelines. Like it's not like in the VIP area. He's right next to the freaking people watching the thing. Like I'm here dribbling, and Messi's like 2 meters from me, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Holy shit! It's Messi.
Man, his security guard is huge, and there's like a bunch of other security guys, and then his kid was there right next to him too. It's funny. And then I ended up playing the semifinal. I lost to the London guy in the semifinal, but there is a video of me like I cut to the left side, and then I'm about to take the shot. I take the shot, the guy bumps into me, and then I fall. Man, I fall like on Messi's foot, on Messi's feet, and then I look up, and it's Messi like this, like looking at me like this. I almost look like that's like help me out, help me out.
Bro, you lost your moment of opportunity to hold hands with Messi.
Man, and then I'm gonna have to frame this picture. I sent you the picture.
Oh, we will definitely be posting that one on the Instagram. Don't worry.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. And there was like a prize for winning. I don't know. It was like $1,000 or $2,000. I don't care. But me, I'd rather have the picture.
Surreal experience though, just playing in front of Messi and.
That was nice. That was so nice. And there's like the video of his reactions too. Like, oh, when I dribble the guy, when I like when he fouls me, and he's just like, and then like it's funny. It's fun.
Now,
To me, no, which sucks. I lost it from a Messi in the semifinal, but it's okay.
now,
I got the experience about the picture.
so has there been a cooler soccer experience you've been a part of?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What?
Well, that's
That is
good.
the
I was gonna say if you did, I mean, you peaked with. I think Messi is the best of all time, but
Man, I think so too. And that's the craziest thing. Like, from going from I want to leave because I don't want to be in this line to like having the picture of me in Messi's feet and him like playing in front of him is just undescribable.
and to take a step back from that, this and I'm sure you can agree, between the Baller League, this Messi tournament, for the people listening, just remind yourselves if there's certain situations that you may not want to do because you have to wait or some other BS like that, just remember also you could be missing out on one of the best opportunities of your life. Because I think because it sounds like the 6-on-6 Baller League has also been a surreal experience for you as well, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it brought me joy again to play soccer. Like
That you didn't have when you graduated?
yeah. My college career was so sad. Our team was not very good, so it was so. But and in Brazil, that was the thing that I like to do the most. Like playing with my friends, barefooted, small-sided. Playing the clubs was fun as well, but like playing with friends and stuff. And then I really got to make some friends in my team, on Marla's team. So that was great. And I don't know, small-sided, like crowd so close to you, and like I have a bunch of friends in Miami, and they would show up to all the games. Like I had 10 tickets to give per game, and then I would use pretty much all of them in every game. So like playing in front of my friends, like the whole atmosphere, the arena would go dark, and then like if it's a PK, like there's only a spotlight on the taker, and like it was crazy. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope they make season 2 like ASAP. I miss playing.
So it's kind of, taking a transition from Messi. We got the World Cup starting next week. I guess for someone who kind of just really just watches the World Cup every 4 years, and then as a bandwagon Tottenham fan, aside from that, I don't watch too much soccer. But what does the World Cup mean to you? And then what are your predictions for this year's World Cup?
Man, it's funny because we Brazilians, World Cup means everything to us. Like it's the moment of the year that we stop. Nobody works. So, like the people that are working, they're not working. They're watching the games, and then like we paint the streets, and then like if the game is at 9 p.m., we were drunk like at 9 a.m.
Pre-game of all pre-games.
Yeah, the whole day. And then like there's a saying in Brazil that like the employee is gonna ask the employer like, "Am I released on game day?" And then the employer is gonna say, "Did you get called up?" What do you get, what?
Lady.
So yeah, I mean, it means everything to us, but like Brazil is not doing very good in the recent years.
Neither is the United States. It's okay.
Yeah. And it's been like 24 years since we won the last World Cup, and the last pick we got eliminated in the quarterfinals, the last two, and then yeah, 2018, 2022, and then 2014 was the 7-1 against Germany in the semifinal, playing in Brazil. So we don't want to talk about that. Uh, but yeah, nobody's really was really excited until like 2 months ago. I'm gonna say everybody's like, yeah, it's a World Cup, Brazil's not gonna win, and then I don't know, man. It gets to the called up thing, and then they say Vini Jr., Neymar, Rafinha, and you're like, you know what? We have a chance on this shit. Let's go. You know what I mean?
The tables have turned.
Yeah, out of the sun, everybody's excited again, and then like, we'll see. World Cup is it's really unpredictable to be honest. Like, Morocco made it to the semifinal in the last one. Croatia made it to the final two World Cups ago, and nobody was expecting that as well. So it is really unpredictable. I do have some theories of who I think is gonna win or who I think is gonna surprise people, but
No, let's hear it. Who is it? Who's the sleeper team? Who wins it?
I think people are sleeping on Portugal.
Okay. Is Ronaldo's in it? I'm assuming. Not. Yeah, Ronaldo, right? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo's there. They have the two guys from the PSG midfield. They have Vitinha and João Neves. They have Bruno Fernandes, which is a very good player from Man U. They have Rafael Leão. They have Bernardo Silva, who played in Man City for multiple years. They have, and on the side backs, they have Nuno Mendes, who plays for PSG. They have João Cancelo, who played for City for years. So they have a very good starting 11. I don't think they have the decks, and that's why people sleep on Portugal a little bit. But it's a short-term tournament. It's, I mean, 7-8 games. That's it. Like, you don't need like a bunch of subs. If your starting team is good, you have a very good chance. So I think Portugal has a good shot at it. It's the last one for Ronaldo, so I think his teammates are gonna run for him and give it all for him, just like Argentina did it for Messi on the last one.
Is Messi not in this year? Is he not playing?
I mean, he's playing.
Okay. Just because they won it finally with Messi is what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought the last one would be his last one.
Okay.
He's still playing well in the MLS. But then you would see him walking on the field when Argentina was defending, and everybody else like running their ass off for him, and he's walking. I think Portugal is gonna do the same for Ronaldo. Of course, France is a favorite. Spain is a favorite. Argentina is also a favorite. Brazil is like tier 2, I guess.
So I do want to ask a question on that, actually. Neymar, I had to do a little prepping. Neymar was like, he barely made the team, right?
He did. Yeah, he was, I don't know, he suffers a lot with injuries, and his life outside of his career there's always something going on. New girlfriend, cheating on whatever, there's always something going on. But like when he's on the field, he performs. And he might be out of shape. He might not be able to play 90 minutes in a game. He might be like, I don't know, if his calf hurting. I don't know. He's the biggest talent of the Brazilian generation. I'm not gonna say of our generation because Messi and Ronaldo exist, but Brazilian generation for sure. And he didn't get called up for any matches since Ancelotti became the coach. But he got called up for the World Cup. I think it was like more of like a national movement. Like, we need Neymar there. Like, just take him. You don't have to start him. Just take him. Let's see. Maybe we need him in a game or two. Then people got more confident because he's there. Because we know what he can do.
I mean, it's a lot of talent. I know Neymar was kind of the young gun a handful of years ago, and it's funny how roller coasters of certain players' careers come, and we'll see what happens, but he can completely change his narrative if Brazil goes on a heater. So,
Yeah.
So, Pedro, kind of when you reflect on your soccer career as a player, but then also as a fan, is there anything that you would do differently with the sport? And then B, is there anything that you still want out of soccer in your near future?
That's a good question. I didn't prep for that one.
I like to throw curveballs here, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I don't know if I'll do anything different. There was a moment in my life that I changed academies in Rio. Um, it's tough to say if I stood there or if I made it to college in another college or if I came to the U.S. to play high school soccer and then got called up to a college. Maybe I'll make it to a bigger college and maybe I'll have chance to go pro in the MLS. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. It's tough to get drafted as a foreigner as well because of the cap and now that the MLS has an infinite amount of money, they could just hire whoever they want, like from Europe. So, um, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do anything different. I'm very happy with what I achieved and
What you're still doing?
yeah, I mean, it shaped me more as like a man. I mean, going to Indiana. Oh yeah, it was cold. Oh yeah, like the team was not that good. Like your college career, like you were not like a superstar. Yeah, sure, but had a good experience. Learned to be a man. Let's say like came in with 18 years old. Like had no idea what I was doing. Just like landed in the airport. I was like, okay, what now? Um, I mean, it's more than soccer. It's I'm sure I'm sure it shaped me to the man I am today. So uh I don't know if I'll do anything different. It's hard to say. It could be better, it could be worse, to be honest. So but what I want from soccer now, and I just want to have fun. Like I don't stress out as much nowadays as I used to. Of course, I get on the field, I'm competitive. I want to win. I want to win. I'm gonna give my all. Like I'm gonna think about the game. I'm gonna watch film on the other teams for the ball league and say, okay, this defender is slow. Let me try to go 1v1. I still do. I still do. I still try to I'll um I like beat the people by being more prepared and I'm like I try to be smarter than them and make good decisions on the field. But ultimately, like if we win, if we lose, like I'm gonna go home and
Tomorrow's another day.
yeah, I'm gonna be pissed for the night off. The next day, okay, what's the next game? Like it's just wanna have fun and I don't know. Maybe I like coaching too. I like coaching the girls in the morning for foot volley. Um, I don't know if I would like to be on the field every day to coach a team, but I'm 28. Maybe my mind changed and maybe might become a college coach somewhere someday.
So Pedro, when you kind of reflect on your career, who do you think of as a supporting cast that's either helped you in your professional world or the soccer world, whether it's growing up or in your collegiate career or just playing now? Obviously, the businesses that you do now. You've already mentioned your friends that have showed up with the tickets that you gave them for their support, and the goalie for the Messi League. We gotta give him a shout out for helping you get the dub. But who's some other people that really impacted your life?
Oh, first and foremost, my family, my father, my mom, for sure. I mean, I come from a family that it was in my house. It was never about screaming. It was never about spanking. It was always about teaching, about love, about um, values, and that definitely got me to where I am today. So love you. And then starting early on my career, like to come to the U.S., I have to be very thankful for the agency that helped me got here. The guys that guided me through this process. Um, gotta thank once I got to Indiana, all my friends that made me feel at home as much as possible and then gave me like a family. You included Ben, Ian, Alan, Jared, Bryce, all of these guys that supported me. I had an ACL surgery in Indiana as well. Uh, Ian was cooking for me every day, taking care of me, bringing food in my in the bed.
I forgot about that. I forgot about your torn ACL.
Yeah, so I had so many people that like in my life that got me to where I am today, and then I keep telling them that I never forget that. I never forget. So anytime Alan comes in town, I pick him up in any airport he wants me to pick up him. When he goes to Rio, he stays in my house. I take him everywhere. I don't spare my time to like show him the good parts of Rio and I show him everything. Take 1,000 pictures if he wants me to. Like, this guy made for me some stuff that I don't think anybody would have made. Like, lost my passport, has to go in Chicago. I don't have a car. Alan drives me 3 hours there. Doesn't even charge me for gas. Doesn't even have me pay for gas because he knows it's gonna make a hole in my bank account because I'm a college broke guy from Brazil. So this stuff like that, like, for him, it was nothing. It was just like, I'm gonna help out another guy. But like for me, it made the whole difference, you know. So and then once I graduated, company that hired me, OCM, it's the company that actually sponsored my green card. I worked with them for like 5 years before I left to open my own thing. The managers there definitely gave me a chance. Applied to so many companies after I graduated. And then everybody was asking me if I need a sponsorship, and that was always a deal breaker. So these guys gave me a chance. I know all the guys that helped me there, Andy, Sam, Blaze, the guys that helped me stay in the country, stay in a good path in the country, and take me to where I am. I don't know, came to Miami. A lot of friends made it easier for me to adapt as well. My girlfriend as well. She's like family for me here. So, man, you don't get to any place without help. Nobody does. Nobody does. You can look at anybody, whoever you think it's successful, whatever success means to you, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all these guys, they don't get shit done by themselves. Nobody does. And I think this question that you're asking, it's a very good question. And I think about that like frequently. Like, if I'm here today, who helped me get here? Let me not forget that. Let me never forget that, because if the butterfly effect is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you do take like one step left, one step right, that might change your whole life. And if that friend or if that parent or that girlfriend doesn't take a good decision to help you out, you might not make it to achieve your full potential or to get the next opportunity. So like I'm really appreciative of everybody that helped me out. That's a very good question.
Thank you, Pedro. And one quick thing, when you tore your ACL and you talked about like some of the teammates taking care of you, you know, something for, you know, listeners, whether they're in grade school, high school, college, and I think you will agree to this. Yeah, you guys were not necessarily the most winning team on your team, especially your freshman, sophomore year. Obviously, your junior, you guys had a lot of success. But if I recall, the team chemistry was always there of, you know, you guys got along and, you know, you support each other from that standpoint. And it did result in a very good year, especially your junior year. So appreciate you coming on, Pedro, sharing your story. I'm going with Argentina to win the World Cup, and I say that because I think the pressure's off them, and they still have the best player in the world. Now that, you know, the pressure to win for Messi isn't there, and they still have the talent. So there's my prediction. We'll see what happens. So, Pedro, thanks for coming on, brother. I'll get down to Miami soon, and appreciate everything you're doing, not only for the sport of soccer, but in your professional life. And, you know, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, Lucas. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun, and it's my first time. And I don't know if I talk too much, if I talk too little, but
this is good.
I had fun.
You lost your podcast virginity. Congratulations. No, Pedro, we'll get you on. We'll make sure that that Messi picture goes viral again on social media, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you, Lucas.
Thanks, man.